Welcome to part 75 of Final Fantasy 15, and in this episode we are going to continue on to Cartanica, much to my utter dismay. Now, this newspaper actually will bring you up to speed to the events that has happened over the course of part 74 leading up to us being on the train. Well, almost all the events. There's still the matter of the stuff that's left over in episode Ignis. But in case you guys didn't read it, that paper just boldly and plainly said, oh yeah, and there's also Gladio and Noctis. They're not on good terms right now. But as I was about to say, that paper plainly said that Ravis is blamed for just about everything that has happened over the course of our stay in Altissia. So with that said, Ravis was put to death for high treason thanks to the incident with the Hydrian. And it's best to actually explore the train because there are going to be some items here, and once we get off the train, there's no... Well, actually, we can come back onto the train, but the train will be stationed, and on top of that, the train will just be another place where you could just sleep and also eat, but also it'll be another place where you could go and revisit Umbra. So there's that. There'll be certain points where you can't do things like that. And this is where the end of the train lies. So, all we need to do is just head back to the front of the car and actually get ourselves some rest, because there's nothing else left. There's no items that are further up in the car, and if there is, I probably forgotten them. And also, there's no weapons on this train. Because in the original, we would have already picked up a Dominion in the original update. Here in this train, that has been altered. So, what... or was it a Dominator? I think it was a No, it was Dominion. Yes, that's what the name of the sword was. We would have picked up one here, which would have made things a lot easier. And we don't have that. So, with that said, we're just practically here. And this was another paper that's talking about the Cradle incident. And everyone here is from Altissia. And this is, again, another newspaper that was... No, that was actually the same newspaper I read before I read the other one. But most of the people are here from Altissia. Their homes has been destroyed. They all have been evacuated. They're all are going to Tenebrae to pick up some more stragglers. And once they do, they're going to try to take everyone to safety in Lestalem, because that's the only other place that will soon be left to have any sort of light, considering the days and nights are now getting... Okay, the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer, which means more demons. And the Star Scourge is slowly but surely coming towards the end of the game, basically. So, let's rest, and let's stop the train. So now we've arrived in Cartanica Station. I really hope Gladio doesn't have this snooty attitude of his. I really don't. Oh, sorry, I had to stop for a second because I was sneezing. Anyway, as I was saying, I really hope Gladio doesn't continue this snooty behavior, because he's being a hypocrite. Plain and simple. He actually ducked down on us in Chapter 8, or should I say Chapter 7, and he went off to try to fight off someone else. And by the way, we already have these weapons, so we can't really buy anything new, because we got the strongest weapons available, basically. We aren't going to get any more stronger weapons until we complete the side quest from that one guy in Lestalem, or at least complete any of the vaults. And by the way, there's a whole bunch of items here that you could actually buy. And by all means, if you don't have the items necessary, you might want to stock up on them, because trust me, once you get to Chapter 13, it's gonna be a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's actually gonna be easier thanks to the new update that was given. So, with that said, we can now actually go into the train itself to not only go back to Umbra, but also talk to the guy here in the kitchen, and he's going to serve this military ration. But not only that, you can actually talk to the guy here, and it will reveal where the next dungeon is. And yeah, we're practically eating military rations here. And no, unfortunately, Ignis does not learn this. So, with that said, no, this is worse than military rations. This is the stuff I get served at school when I was younger, like when I was in middle school or elementary school. That's the kind of stuff that's being sold on the train here. And, well, these guys are just standing there and being listless and stuff like that. We're not going to get a move on until after we get started going over to Cartanica. So, with that said, there's really not that much for us to do. Oh, and by the way, I'm showing off the... Ooh, wait, hold on. I'm showing off the new update, which is the ability to play as Noctis. No, not Noctis, because you're already playing as Noctis. I meant to say the ability to play off as Gladio, Ignis, and Prompto. I've already unlocked Prompto and Ignis. You actually need 20 to unlock all three. Well, 20 for each of them. And on top of that, you need to unlock their skills. You need like 333 AP points to unlock them. So basically speaking, you need 60 to have all three of them available so you can switch between them on the fly in the battle. Problem is, as I already stated, due to the story, that portion is locked out. This is why I hate Cartanica. Granted, you'll be able to switch between Gladio and Prompto by the end of the game, and even Ignis by the end of the game. Or at least till the second to last battle of the game. No, wait, third to last, sorry. The second to last battle, Ignis, Prompto, and Gladio are locked out completely for specific story reasons. But the fact is, folks, I'm picking up random stuff, and I actually showed off what the how you unlock these guys. So let's go on ahead and go down the elevator to the Cartanica mines. Oh yeah, no matter what you choose, Ignis will come with you.
I'll manage somehow.
And now we go into Cartanica. Ladies and gentlemen, this dungeon is just the pits. My first experience with the dungeon before the patches came in, this is one of the places that has a instant game over scenario. Aside from Chapter 4, where you have to actually keep up with Arden, or else you would fail the mission, or let alone get a game over, there's still the matter of this stage. You see, Ignis, with his blindness, he is pretty much going to impair you throughout the entirety of our stay here, until that is, there's a certain point in the boss battle.
Feeling a little out of my element.
We're a foreign species in this environment.
Well,
Mind we don't end up
we have to actually stay slow and act and try to walk into a pace where Ignis
as best I can.
cannot get left behind.
We'll wait.
Ignis will not be playable even if you actually unlocked him as a playable character in the Technic in the tech portion of the Ascension table. The thing about that is it's an escort mission. You're escorting Ignis to the Tomb of the King. So until you get to the Tomb of the King, and even afterwards, like, there's a certain part of the boss battle where you have to make sure Ignis is alive, let alone is with you at all times. You're practically walking slowly so that Ignis can keep up. This cavern, this place, is a glitch fest when it first came out. The thing is, I showed you in a video where Ignis had completely disappeared, not only throughout the entirety of the drive, but also throughout the entirety of the time he was in Lestallum. His model completely disappeared. And it happened here in Cartanica. The fact that his model disappeared in Cartanica gave me an instant game over. And I hate this dungeon for that. I'm sorry if my voice is too loud, but just thinking about that bullshit really pissed me off. But nonetheless, we should be in good hands dealing with all of these enemies here, because we are at level 78, if not level 79. Especially coming from Castlemark. And despite the differences Noctis and Gladio has, we're still doing some teamwork and power links together, and chain links, together. And we're doing them in unison, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is, throughout the entirety of the time, Gladio just has a chip on his shoulder against you, even though you are completely distraught of watching your girlfriend die and being powerless to save her from Arden. By the way, Arden's a dick. Just want to address that right out of the bat. Arden is a complete and total dick. Well, that's the whole premise of the story anyway. And as it already stands, Arden was the one who sabotaged your chances of going to Altissia in the first place. And Arden also just recently killed Luna Freya in Part 74. Oh boy. And notice that it's starting to become dark, and it just is 3 o'clock.
Wish we could write him a ticket.
That should tell you something. We are getting closer to the end. And soon you'll start seeing demons.
Nothing but a giant roadblock.
Ironic for a vehicle.
If we get his motor running.
Oh, and that's the other part of this dungeon. Having to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to find a power switch to lift this crane so that you could go to the Tomb of the King that is in this area. By the way, folks, I'm coming in here with 10 King Swords. And there's only 9 abilities for armature? Yeah. And I think I may have to unlock some more skills for the Ring of Lucius too. But that won't be available until Chapter 13. And by the way, yeah, I actually gave it away in the update video that I am going to be doing Verse 2 instead of Verse 1. Verse 1 is going to be after I beat the game, because obviously I have to beat the game first in order to get the Chapter Select.
Hey, will you stop?
That's going to be one of a few things that I'm going to
In case of power failure, use
actually show off. But as it turns out, the crane's not going to move unless we actually get the emergency key to turn on the crane. Or at least turn on the generators, one of the two. And yes, it is nightfall. And eventually we may have to actually stop what we're doing. And not only wait for Ignis because I'm going too far away. Yeah, the update made it to where it's not automatic game over now. It'll give you a chance to actually wait for Ignis to catch up, which the camera will purposely focus on Ignis. And that can be a pain in the ass in battle, especially if the enemies knock him further away from your reach. It'll force you to focus on Ignis, at the same time cause you to be ambushed by enemies. That is not good gameplay design. I know Ignis being blind is a pivotal part of the story, but it is not good gameplay design to actually force your camera away from people, especially in the heart of battle. Oh, by the way, I also paused this because of the fact that, well, I had to step off and took a break through that session, because this was one long session. From Altissia all the way until we get to Chapter 13, that was one long session of recording. So, with that said, I now have enough... Oh, wait, I still don't have enough AP for that. Oh, well. I'm going to have to open it up eventually. So, let's go ahead and fight these... What the hell are these again? I don't care. They're in a way, and they're level 30. There's more of them here. And, oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see this, people? This is what I'm referring to. This place is glitch hell. This thing is literally stuck in the scenery. Do you see this shit? This is worse than Castlemark.
Darndest places.
Glad you're taking this seriously.
I'm not whining, folks. It's just the fact that, again, glitches makes this place unbearable. Let's see if there's anything else here. No? We're getting close to our first objective here. And all we need to do is not actually get caught by demons, because this place can be filled with demons. And it also forced me to walk back because Ignis was moving too slow. Look, Ignis is my favorite character, I understand that, but game, don't hinder gameplay for him. I'm not saying be like strong and independent. I'm saying don't hinder the camera, let alone gameplay, for something that honestly you had no choice in doing. Whether you told Ignis to stay behind or told him to come with you, he was going to come with you. And you had no control over that. I mean, you don't even get a bonus for actually telling him to... Oh, wait, we found demons. And I do believe these are Sanaga. That one's dead. Wait, I didn't even back out of the battle! What the hell? Oh, we do have a new demon theme, though. That's something new. Alright, there is one. Die! Oh, I thought I killed him, but I didn't. And now it's dead. Yeah, get used to seeing those annoying little bastards. They're littered in Chapter 13. And there's the first key.
And the generators?
Apparently,
Now we're going to have to find the other key. But first, let's... Well, we have to find the backup power generator. But first, let's go on ahead and get ourselves some sleep.
Hey, Noct! Wait up!
Oh, wait, did I say keys? I meant 1 key and 3 backup generators. So basically, this whole entire thing is you have to find a key, you have to find a backup generator, or 3, and Then you can move the crane. Oh, and by the way, while Ignis is blind, you can't train. So,
Exhausted.
we're just going to take ourselves a little nap. And watch how things differ from the usual camping trips. Jesus Christ, it's just so sad. They have to literally guide Ignis to where he needs to be. I mean, yes, he's blind, I know. But this is just sad, man. It's heartbreaking to see this. And no matter if you find any new food here, which we obviously aren't, Ignis can't make any more recipes, which means Gladio is gonna have to eat canned food and cup noodles, which is pretty much all he can cook. This is just sad, bro. And yeah, that is the new recipe that is mandatory because of the fact that, well, Ignis is no longer able to cook. And I prefer to eat the cup noodle that we have, which would actually give us a lot more to work with than the beans, which isn't really much at all. And unfortunately, there's no Final Fantasy fanfare here. The only thing it is depressing. It's absolutely depressing.
Photos today. You want to see?
No. Not really.
Yeah.
It's even more depressing that the fact that Ignis has taken photos and, well, Noctis is just not in the mood. And with that, folks, it's time for us to get on track.
We should get.
We won't be fighting any
I'm fine.
training missions here. There's actually nothing, as you can wholeheartedly see. Now then, despite me falling off and actually doing some damage, we're gonna have to go back the way we came and start, or should I say push forward and actually find some, either forward or back, whichever one comes first. We'll just follow the GPS to the backup generators. Hey, what the hell? Not again! Come on! We weren't in the middle. I mean, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Are you seriously dicking with me, game? There's just not much to say about that. Oh, right, and we don't have Prompto. And Gladio's not going to switch with me. This is a pain in the butt. I'll probably show that off a little later. But for right now, we've cleared off all the enemies here. So I guess we have to go this way. Which is technically back the way we came. Let's see. Are we going to be fighting gators or no? No, we're not. We're just going to kill off some more mutts. And we're staying out of the water. Yeah, that's right. We're staying out of the water and not getting in it. By the way, anybody who's in the water is going to get caught. As I've already mentioned several parts ago, that this game actually acknowledges what happens when you use magic in water. You pretty much froze this monster here, and oh yeah, by the way, this cavern right here is where the glitches happen. That monster one time froze in place and you couldn't even attack it. You couldn't even hurt it. And every time you ran into it, you'd get damage dealt to you by Noct. This time it just stood in place and let me just kill it. Gigantoad? Seriously? Is there any more ways that this game can dick me over? Any more? Huh? No? Well, I guess it's dead, so all that's left now is to turn on this backup generator.
Right here.
How does it look?
And
Ready. Give it a go.
come on, stop arguing and let me push the damn button. Alright,
Yep. One more to go.
now it's time to find the other generator. And with that said, once I activate this generator, in our next episode, because we're going to end the part here, we're going to finish our stay in the Cartanica mines. Much to my utter dismay. Actually, I'm not going to activate the generator. I'm just going to end the part here. Well then, see you in part 76, when we finish off Cartanica mines. And God, I hate the boss of this stage. See you guys next time.